Week 16, here we go. The Washington Redskins travel to Tennessee to play the Titans. Darren, who you liking in this one?
I like the Titans. I think the Titans own the trenches up front, whether on offense or defense. You see what they're doing offensively. Derrick Henry will become a factor again. They've been hot giving him the ball. He's a load. He's bringing it in the month of December and in January as well. I think Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans win this one.
Yeah, and that's just the type of attitude and team Mike Vrabel's been trying to build up there in Tennessee since he got there as head coach. Physical, aggressive, strong running game. I think that continues. Darren and I both taking the Titans in this one. Got a good one here. The Baltimore Ravens are traveling to Los Angeles. Both teams that have high playoff hopes. What are we thinking here?
Chargers at home. Chargers, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs on a Thursday. They had some time off, basically like a little short bye week. Ravens, coming off a short week this week, they got to travel all the way to Los Angeles for this game. I look at the Chargers and the weapons that they have. Phillip Rivers is loaded with Keenan Allen on one side if he plays. Mike Williams came out of nowhere last week and had a big game. I think he steps up again and has another big game. Chargers win.
I'm loving Phillip Rivers this year. He's got courage in the pocket. He doesn't care if there's a rush in front of him, and he'll give his receivers chances to make plays. I am still thinking about that fourth down throw.
Oh, yeah.
To Travis
Beautiful.
Benjamin.
Oh,
just a beautiful throw. I think that continues. I'm also going to take the Los Angeles Chargers. Both of us picking the Chargers to beat the Ravens. All right, we got an AFC North contest here. The Cincinnati Bengals are traveling to Cleveland to play the Browns.
Browns are playing bully ball. I've been on your Browns last few weeks now. I've been on them Browns.
Hey, look, not.
You're not. You will be this week. Browns win this football game this week simply because of this. They're playing harder than anyone else in the league right now on both sides of the ball, and you know the magic of Baker Mayfield on the opposite side of the ball. I like what I'm seeing. Even at the end of the season, they may not be playing for anything. They still have a playoff berth, probably. But they're playing at a high level right now on both sides of the ball.
What type of person is Greg Williams? Aggressive.
Yeah.
Doesn't care what anybody says. Speaks his mind. Remind you of anyone? Reminds me of Baker Mayfield.
Absolutely.
That's what it looks like. Those personalities are meshing well.
Yeah.
Okay, they got me. Yes,
They got you?
I see it. I see what they got going on in Cleveland. We're both taking the Browns to win this game. All right, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are traveling to Dallas to play the Cowboys. Talk me out of it, Darren. Why am I nervous about this game?
Look, this Cowboys team was embarrassed in Indy last week. They put up an egg last week. They couldn't score points. Got into the red zone, still couldn't put up points. This team struggles. The Cowboys' struggles have been in the red zone. I think they fixed those problems at home, and we all know that defense who got shellacked last week, they'll play a much physical brand of football this week.
Love watching Jalen Smith. Love watching Leighton Van Der Esch, DeMarcus Lawrence, all of those players. I mean, on defensively, they got to step up because a part of me thinks, here we go again.
Yes.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
And then I am not a Dallas Cowboy fan. I didn't play for the Cowboys, and I think it's coming myself. But I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I think they'll get it done.
Yep.
The former Cowboy and the former Patriot. We're both on the Cowboys. Here we go. Mike Zimmer's taking his Vikings to Detroit to play the Detroit Lions. Who are you taking in this one?
I'm going with the Vikings. Listen, the Vikings, last time these two teams played, Matthew Stafford was sacked 10 times. And I'm not saying he's going to get sacked 10 times, but he's going to get sacked a lot in this football game. Zimmer understands that they don't have a lot of weapons on the outside. They will attack, blitz, find ways to get to Matthew Stafford. I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings.
And I'm watching the Vikings last week, and I'm thinking to myself, Zim's got his team back.
Yeah.
He's got his team back. They're playing the way he wants them to play. And the whole team, that beat down they put on the Miami Dolphins, I think they're going to win this game, and I think it's potential. This is a team that can get hot. That firing of a coach, the head coach takes over the reins. This is who we're going to be. This is who we want to be. I think big things are coming for the Minnesota Vikings. Darren and I are both taking the Vikings in this one. Big win for the Colts last week. They shut out the Cowboys to get the victory. This week, they're taking on the Giants.
Who wants to see the Indianapolis Colts right now? I mean, really, on both sides of the ball. They're playing lights out on both sides of the ball. I mean, whether it's trying to run to the football, this defense is aggressive. They're finding ways to get there. And Marlon Mack in this running game. Listen, it's been on Andrew Luck the last few weeks. That running game with Marlon Mack got going last week against a tough Cowboys football team. The identity of this football team is that offensive line. I like Indy.
Yeah, the offensive line's playing well. There's a linebacker in Indianapolis that is just hot that he didn't make the Pro Bowl, and that's Darius Leonard. He's out there talking about making 40 tackles. the motivation is there. I'm also going to take the Colts to win this one. The Indianapolis Colts look like they're a football team to be reckoned with. All right, we got a Florida matchup here. The Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Miami to play the Dolphins.
I'm going with the Dolphins. You look at the Jags. It's embarrassing watching this football team. As much talent and on their personnel that they have defensively, they can't get the job done. You let Josh Johnson and a beat-up Washington Redskins team go in there last week and beat you at home. I got to go with the Miami Dolphins. I think there's a bounce back this week. They got handled physically last week against the Vikings. They'll bounce back this week with Ryan Tannehill.
Maybe a potential U-Haul game. You know, when you're talking about late in the season and players are thinking about what they're doing in the offseason. Looked like that's what Jacksonville was thinking about last week. Miami's still playing inspired football. So I agree with you. Darren and I are both going to take the Miami Dolphins over the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, Sean McDermott takes the Buffalo Bills to travel into New England and play my Patriots. What do you think will happen? They're going to bounce back?
Yeah, they'll bounce back. They'll bounce back. Hey, listen, this will be quick for me. Patriots win this game. No way they lose 3 straight.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Patriots, too. No Josh Gordon anymore. Watch Cordero Patterson. Josh McDaniels crafts for him. I think he'll have a big impact. So Darren and I both on the New England Patriots. Aaron Rodgers is going to play. And where he's going to play is in the Meadowlands to play the New York Jets.
I don't like the Jets.
Okay.
I'm not sold. I think the Packers have packed it in. I know they're going to play. Aaron Rodgers will play this week, but as a whole, as a football team as a whole, I think they figure out, hey, the playoff hopes are over with. They go to New York and they play against the Jets team, which Sam Darnold played extremely well last week. And we're still looking at a young safety in Jamal Adams, and he's playing lights out. I like the Jets at home.
Yeah, Jamal Adams, I've loved watching him play. I just hear Aaron Rodgers talking this week how he wants to lead. He wants to finish the year strong and go out there and play. I've been a little beat up all year long, but still, I want to go out there and lead my team to victory for the last couple weeks. I respect that, so I'll go with the Packers in this one. So we're split here. Darren's taking the Jets. I'm going to go with the Packers. Nick Foles is back. And he's playing good football. The Eagles at home welcome the Houston Texans. Who you liking in this one?
I think this is going to be a great game because we're seeing the Philadelphia Eagles play with inspired football right now. They're playing great at all levels right now. I just think there's something about Deshaun Watson and his Texans team. They're not going to relinquish that second seed. They want to win out. They need home field advantage. I think they'll come in and play inspired ball as well. I think it comes down to Deshaun Watson in the fourth quarter winning this football game.
I just don't know what it is. This Eagle team with Nick Foles, and is it a boost? I mean, Nick Foles, the way he plays, it's the same offense, yes, but it's a different human playing quarterback. I'm going to choose different receivers. I'd rather go to Alshon Jeffrey than Zach Ertz a high percentage of the time. So defenses are like, oh, wait up, it's the same offense, but there's a different quarterback. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles in this one. I like the way the offensive line has been playing, the front seven defensively. Those Texans, they're good. I know this. You're right. It's going to be a good game, but we are split. Darren's going to go with the Texans. Fly, Eagles, fly. All right, still a football game to pick here. Atlanta goes to Carolina. Cam Newton is down, D. Taylor Heineke in at quarterback for the Panthers. What are you thinking?
I'm going to pick the Falcons to win this football game, and based off the fact that we know what the Falcons have. They have a lot of weapons, and they can still spread the ball around here and there with Matt Ryan. I just look at this Carolina Panthers team right now. Christian McCaffrey is going to be your only threat. Cam Newton is not playing this game. You don't have the threat of his legs or his arm. And I think the Atlanta Falcons find a way to control Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, Taylor Heineke, what are we going to do? I guarantee you one thing. He can't do the things Cam Newton could do, so it's going to be a totally different offense, just like you're saying. I'll go with the Atlanta Falcons in this one. We're both going to take the Falcons. Okay, the Los Angeles Rams, after their loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, travel to the desert to play the Arizona Cardinals. They're going to bounce back?
They bounce back. I think we'll see a different Rams football team this time around. Listen, a lot of problems with Jared Goff and this offense right now. McVay's got to do a good job of fixing those problems. I think he does fix some of those problems. Todd Gurley, again, becomes the problem for the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, and I think that defense is going to get after the passer. I think they're going to have that prideful, get back on track because they know what's coming. They see the potential of this playoff seeding sort of formulating. Yes. The Rams are going to win this one. They'll travel to Arizona and get that victory. Both of us think so. All right, the Chicago Bears are traveling to the city by the bay. San Francisco 49ers. They beat the Seattle Seahawks last week.
Yes.
What are we thinking here?
It ends. Vic Fangio goes back home to the Bay Area, and they shut down this San Francisco 49ers offense. I look at this Bears team, and Tedy, I know you've been on it for a long time as far as how they play on all three levels. Yeah. This team is spectacular on all three levels, and I think offensively, if they can control the ball, not turn it over, they win in San Francisco.
Yeah, I think this defense is going to look at this as an opportunity to show how dominant they are. You know, Khalil Mack and those boys. So, real quick, I'm going to take the Bears also. They're going to go into San Francisco and get that win. Hey, the Pittsburgh Steelers got it done last week versus my New England Patriots. They beat them, a big victory for them. It gets even bigger now against the New Orleans Saints. Big game, Darren. Who you taking here?
It's a huge game. Listen, and the New Orleans Saints better not start off slow in this game. I've got the Saints winning this game, but it's going to be about that Saints defense and Cam Jordan making some big plays. And then on offense, Alvin Kamara will be the joker this week. Can the Pittsburgh Steelers stop him? I don't think so. I think he has a big day.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Saints also. Alvin Kamara, I think, is really upset about not getting the Pro Bowl.
That's right.
He got that Pro Bowl snub, and it matters to these young players that they get recognized. I think he's going to show why he needed to be recognized. We're both going to take the Saints in this big one. Ooh, look at this one. The Kansas City Chiefs, high-powered offense, no-look pass scoring, go into Seattle against grinded-out run game Seattle Seahawks. What are you thinking here?
I think it's going to be a prime-time game. I think Patrick Mahomes, and I know he's going up against the 12th man, but I think he shows up when things get tough. This young man will find a way to will his team to victory. You know, the concern here for the Kansas City Chiefs is you're on the road, you're playing against a Seattle offense that likes to run the ball. They want to play smash-mouth football. Can Kansas City's defense hold up in the running game? If they can hold up, Patrick Mahomes will put some points up.
Well, I don't think they can hold up. I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks. You see, slowly but surely, the scoring totals start to go down and down and down with all of these high-powered offense. That's going to continue. These officials are coming back to their senses and letting these defenses play the way they should be played. I'm going to go with the running game. Russell Wilson scrambles out of the pocket to convert a key third down late in the fourth quarter. Seattle Seahawks win this one. So Darren's going to take the offense and the Chiefs. I'll go with Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. All right, and to finish up on Monday Night Football, the Denver Broncos play the Oakland Raiders. Who you got?
I'm going with the Denver Broncos. I know it's the end of the season, and both teams are pretty much wrapping things up. But, Phillip Lindsay, a young rookie running back, has had a lot to prove this year. I think he continues to prove that he's one of the best running backs in the league. I think Denver finds a way to win this game.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to take Denver. I just think they've been playing better over the course of the season, I guess. In Oakland, I know a lot of those guys want to finish the season, but this is a tough one. It's almost like, both of these teams don't have much to play for, but I'll go with the players and the Denver Broncos. Von Miller makes a play. We both take the Broncos to win.